Hey, Frank Aaron, privacy expert and blackmail strategist. I'm going to talk about how you can end a blackmail scam without hiring a professional such as myself. First thing to understand, it is going to be the scariest and most terrorizing experience of your life. The bottom line is, a blackmailer's job is to terrorize you, threaten you, and get paid. That's it. Most blackmail is about money. Probably 99% of the cases I've worked have always been about money. Very few blackmailers actually expose because it's just not what they do. But some people are evil. Some blackmailers are not about money, but about content or just watching someone destruct. But in most cases, and probably the case that you're dealing with, they are just looking for money. So you have to recognize that this is transactional. It's not about destruction. Now, when you are faced with blackmail, you can't just say, oh, Frank said most blackmailers don't expose, so I'm not going to worry about it. Incorrect. You have to fight the battle as if they're going to expose until you know that they're not going to expose. So, don't ignore, don't block, don't wish, hope, or pray, because none of those things stop a blackmailer. And if you block a blackmailer, they will contact friends, family. They may not immediately expose you to them, but they might say, hey, listen, trying to get in touch with X. We got some photos that you find really important, or, something really uncomfortable that, whoever they contact is going to reach out to you, say, hey, listen, this stranger contacted me. And they're going to make it awkward. And if they contact your spouse or your employer, it's a difficult thing to explain. So communications always gives you a form of control. And the idea about stopping blackmail is always stalling the payment. Now, what I mean by that is they're going to come at you hard. You need to pay, you need to pay, you need to pay. And the tactic is, look, I have no money. I need like 24, 48 hours. I need to borrow some money. Things are really tough. They might say to you, hey, send a screenshot of your bank account. Do not do it. And tell them, no, pictures got me in trouble, videos got me in trouble. I'm not sending any pictures, or I just don't have the app down. Be creative. What you're always doing is putting up a ruse, and like you're throwing stones in the road of payment. You're not refusing to pay, because if you refuse to pay, you could face exposure. So it's about stalling. Now, they're going to really test you hard. You better pay, you better pay. If you don't pay, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. We're going to send you pictures of your spouse, your family, your brother, whoever. But you have to stand your ground. And you have to act as if you have no available cash. In most cases of blackmail, in 99% cases of blackmail, they will say to you, okay, you have 2 days. Now, that's going to come after hours of harassment, but it's what you have to do. There's no other solution. And again, if you just ignore it, you have no control and don't know what's going on. Now, the type of service I offer, where I take over blackmail, I create disinformation, I manipulate what the blackmailer knows about my client, I create online disinformation. If you want to know about that stuff, buy my book, The Self-Help Guide for Stopping Blackmail. But the most important thing is stalling the payment, okay? When they come back at you again, in 2 days from now, you have to stall the payment, make an excuse as to why you cannot pay. That's the bottom line. It's your only leverage against a blackmailer. Their leverage happens to be your photos. Your leverage happens to be your money. But you can't give it up, because if you give up that money, they're coming right back at you and they're demanding more. So at some point in every blackmail scam, the victim has to say, I don't have any more, or I don't have any. And you need to stand by that, regardless of what they know about you. Now, it's a difficult fight, and you can get out of it. It takes about a month. It's a miserable, miserable month. But you have to have faith. You have to be strong. And you cannot, honestly, you can't back down. You can't submit to them, because if you submit to them, they're just going to take every penny you have. So my suggestion is watch some of my videos, read the blog on my website, download my book. My website is probably the most informative blackmail website out there. So take your time and, really just be strong and don't give in. If you need help and you do want to hire someone reach out to me. I can take over and I can solve your problem and you walk away. So other than that, just man, keep strong.